Star Citizen Alpha 3.11 is indeed interesting patch. However, if you asked me in about a month ago if I'm excited about a patch, I would probably say without even thinking about it, no. However, now when I finally get my hands on a PTU and tested it on my own, I have to say I changed my mind. Today we're gonna be talking about 100i, hidden features in a 3.11, yes there are some, and also we're gonna be talking about a giveaway for month September. So guys, stay tuned, and without further ado, let's get into it. So 3.11 pack a lot of new features, and a lot of new features which are not even visible on a roadmap. So I'm gonna be talking now about space stations. So we all know that space stations have been added new cargo decks, but also space stations get a new polish pass, which means that it make way more sense and it way more convenient. From my point of view, 3.11 definitely improves quality of life. I know more features means more bugs means more polishing, and more polishing means more time. Now in this case, I really love what they've done. They kind of learn from the mistakes, kind of fix the mazes we've been experiencing in the last couple of patches since the new space station has been introduced, and they put it in more reasonable manner. So first of all, space stations have labels, so they do have a sign, so you know where you are. Also they separated them in a separate sections, so now when you land and get into the place where you're retrieving your ships, so go close to the consoles, you have a small place where you have that kind of nice seating area, overview of the planet wherever you are, and you have easy hubs and another set of elevators. In case of Everus Harbor, you also have some food bar or kiosk where you can buy yourself some water, even some food without even needed to go to Galleria. However, if there is more thing you need, such as buying yourself a new armor, weapon, or whatever the station provides, you can go to Galleria to do exactly that. Now, space stations also introducing in a 3.11 a new cargo decks. So cargo decks are just a foundation for the future gameplay. At this point, you can only buy some necessary equipment such as a multi-tool, basic utilitarian armor, and you can also rent yourself some ships such as a freelancer and so on. Hopefully in the future you might be also able to get yourself some Hull series ships or maybe even a Caterpillar, but we will see in the future. So new space stations, really good job CIG, and I really love what they've done. Now, not just with the space station, they've also added these new markers, which shows you whenever you spawn a ship or land a ship where your ship actually is. These markers and labels are also available within the hangar. So even if you leave the ship, you will see that on a wall, you will see that on the ground, and so on. It is small thing, but really important and makes sense, and for me it didn't even make sense that it wasn't here, so I'm really happy that CIG thought about it and implemented it here in 3.11. Another additional things which are not also on the roadmap are changes into a prison gameplay. At this moment, if you get into the prison, there was an escape route which probably most of you already knew. Now that changed. There is not a dramatic change into that escape route. However, now you need to find a code in order just to slow down that ventilator. Also, there are a couple of surprises at the end of this escape route. So not a dramatic change, but something what makes escape a little bit more complicated and complex. Still, do not suggest to escape. There are way easier ways to get out of the prison, sharing memories with other inmates, and so on. And I'm gonna make a separate video on that topic later as well. Now, Another things which I really love about 3.11, and I'm not talking about Mercury Star Runner, it's still not in game yet, are force reactions. So force reactions implementing the wave feature in an entire game. It's not something or reaction towards just a force from a weapon, it's reaction to any kind of force. So even though you are in a ship have an accident, you will fall down. I can see a lot of usage in the future, and I think it will be really fun to see how we can utilize that. Maybe even if people gonna get knocked out in the future, that will be cool. Also with the force reaction, if you're gonna get hit by a grenade, that's gonna throw you away. If you're gonna get hit by a shotgun, that might also give you some force, so you might be flying across the room. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We actually tested that as well. They also added a couple of weapons. So we have a new shotgun, which is absolutely awesome. You can fit a cylinder on it, which makes it really deadly. Kind of reminds me one unnamed movie. And they added a grenade launcher, which is a lot of fun to use in a PvE environment, but it's extremely overpowered, and I think CIG definitely need to balance it out. Otherwise, it's gonna be the first most OP weapon, especially for all these people who grew up on a Quake 3 arena. Another couple of things which they've added and I'm pleasantly surprised about and haven't been mentioned much in the patch notes are physicalized buttons in the ships. So now if you're flying 100i or you are proud owner of Gladius, you might see the dashboard on your ship get nice polish, and way more buttons are now interactable. So you might be able to spool your quantum drive in all the ships, right? But you might not always be able to turn off your ESP or proximity assist from within your ship just by using your interactive menu. So this is something I really like to see, and I can't wait when we're gonna have this implemented in all the other ships. I might also think that this might be like a predecessor for VR, maybe, but we are about to see in the future. Another thing I'm really excited to introduce and see in action is new refined inventory. So I do understand it is not iCache at this moment. However, it is again a foundation for it. I do like how you can interact now with the ROC inventory. I also like that the ROC is now available in New Deal in Lorville for 172,000 UEC. So guys, if you didn't get your ROC before, now is a way to get it. And 172,000 UEC is definitely not a lot of money for how much money you can actually make with that. They did a couple of changes on the mining as well. So now when you will mine your rock with rock, you will see every single individual gem with an icon on the top of it. Unfortunately, the tractor beam is bugged, especially was for me. I really needed to wait for a long time before tractor beam started to placing all these rock inside that cargo bay of the ROC, and I definitely hope that it's gonna get fixed before 3.11 hits PU servers. Now, another really great thing is that you can interact with ROC cargo. So you can put things in that cargo and you can also retrieve them. This also has been bugged for me. I was able to store cargo in it, but it never stayed. So hopefully that's also gonna get fixed before 3.11 hit live servers. Now, additional thing which I really like on a 3.11 is improved throw. It feels way better. It feels right this time. So if you remember from 3.10, and maybe you don't even remember that, when you were throwing a grenade, it was a really unpredictable thing. It was something, when you press that button, you didn't even know whether the grenade already flew or you're still holding it in your hand. This time in a 3.11, you really know what you're doing. When you throw a grenade, you throw a grenade exactly at the time when you release that mouse button. So it feels right this time. Also, you have two different throws which you can choose, so you are in a control. I do like it, even though if it's tier 0, I really do like what they done. There are still a lot of things and a long way to go before it's gonna get polished in a stage where it's actually usable. Sometimes grenades disappears and so on. However, really good job CIG. Now guys, there's the last thing I really had at the end, and I was really interested if you can actually fit the new starter ships 100 series inside a Carrack. So for that I spawned my Carrack and I really tried to fit it in. So in the additional footage, you will be able to see and witness whether we can fit 100 series inside the Carrack, have that additional 6 SCU of cargo, interior of the ship, and ability to take someone on board as well. So it would be nice to see if there will be any other ship apart from Pisces, maybe Aurora, which can fit inside the Carrack. From my point of view, if it can fit and you can close the doors behind it, it fits. So I think it's a big bonus and big plus. So if you do own 100i and if you do own Carrack, this is something you can do. And I was also able to close the doors behind it. Now guys, there'll be a couple of more things I would like to talk about, but unfortunately we do not have our hands on Mercury Star Runner at this very moment, so I might be reviewing this ship later. Now guys, thank you so much if you made it all the way here. If you have any other further questions about Star Citizen 311 or you think that I forget something, definitely let me know down below in the comments. I read them all and I'm using them to improve my content in the future, because at the end of the day guys, it's for you. Also guys, if you did like the video, please just consider smash that like button. It's helped me and channel grow. It makes the channel more recognizable and more people to find the content. Also guys, I'm having a giveaway from September till October 15. So if you want to get your hands on Mustang Alpha game package, the only thing you need to do is to be publicly subscribed to my YouTube channel and comment any of my September and early October videos down below. All the videos until October 15 will be eligible for this giveaway. I will be picking up the winner on October 15. Now guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Another Citizen, absolute blast to making this video for you, and I will see you in the verse.